Hello again, traveler. Yes, that is the puppet, the Raiden Shogun. She was the reason I was in pain prior to entering this plane of consciousness. Her body was rejecting my newfound definition of eternity. Therefore, I came here to confront her. I am independent from her in this realm. As such, she also has her own consciousness. She is safeguarding my past ideals, just as I programmed her to do. This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the one within stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way. I see you have brought the traveler with you. You brought the one who is corrupting your path to eternity, the path to prevent loss into Makoto's realm of consciousness. Leave the traveler out of this. This concerns you and me. My path is still focused on eternity. Though my way of pursuing it may have changed, it is all for the greater future of Inazuma. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct, don't you? But have you really been enlightened by new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible erosion? I am here to show you my answer. Since I programmed you to be my body, I need you to understand that stasis is not the type of eternity that the people of Inazuma wish to see. I cannot run Inazuma without your cooperation as well. I am the manifestation of your unwavering determination to resist erosion. I inherit your past pain and the fear of loss with every step forward. I shared your view to see a prosperous future for Inazuma, one that does not suffer over the incessant period of time. There is no progression to one's dreams if one cannot take a step forward. Stagnation in itself is a loss. There is no hope for something better to happen if one does not take that step forward. What about the cost being greater than the reward? Have you forgotten what was lost 500 years ago? Determination, courage, love, hatred, all will be distorted and demolished. Only law will be able to protect against the wrath of change. Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles which I have no choice but to overcome. It seems there is no other dialogue that would convince you, so our blades alone shall be our dialogue. You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden A. It seems your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain strong? Is she invincible? Well, there is no doubt that she is one fearsome opponent. She was built to resist erosion. It's in her nature. Her will is stronger than yours. And mine. This may be a never-ending battle. Nonetheless, I have to prove to her that my reinvented will is not a product of erosion. The future I shall forge shall be a grand undertaking, one that is resistant to erosion. If I do not win in battle against her, then her rules will be forevermore, and Inazuma can never move forward. This is my duty as the Shogun. This is what Makoto left for me. No matter how long this battle will last, months, years, centuries, and no matter how many times we must fight, I will defeat her. Inazuma, in the meantime, will be just as resilient as it was 500 years ago. The ambitions of Inazumans have never wavered in all these years. They realize what needs to be done away with, and what needs to be reformed. They've always been tenacious and inventive when problems had arisen. So having the Shogun gone for a time is just a mere drop in the ocean of eternity. It's time I learned to trust them. To bring about Makoto's will into fruition. This is a necessary battle. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I will one day return. This is my oath. Please, be my witness. During my absence, I place everything in Miko's hands. There is no arguing now. Pass on my words. How can this be? How are you able to get back in? And how come you have not changed at all in all these years? This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the first rules of eternity were established. Your will back then was as strong as it is now. With every battle you have fought, you have never shown the slightest hesitation. And you have never lost. For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you have my admiration too. You bring honor to the title Guardian of Eternity. Now, traveler, watch as we finish our final duel, the conclusion to that which began 500 years ago. Final duel? So you're finally willing to cooperate with me. Stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new. This is the end. You have won. I believed you were incapable of transcending the past, but it seems I underestimated you. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied on my strength alone, I would have lost the duel for sure. Yet my reason for fighting had redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits. I now carry a myriad of expecting gazes that look upon me for their future. When I think of this, I feel something stirring in Muso Ishin. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me, to encourage me. Perhaps this blade unlocks its full power when I truly believe in Makoto's philosophy. When I clasp Muso Ishin in my hands, I feel like she's by my side once again. It's uncanny. She barely wielded a blade in her life. Yet this blade brings me closer to her. You have my approval. I see your will is not a product of erosion. Therefore, I will no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but now you are me. Makoto never regarded me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, I shall not regard you as a mere tool. You really have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change. But as a warrior, I would like to face you in battle once again sometime in the future. Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your defeat? It was simply a new experience for me, one that is worth reliving. Muso Ishin is glowing.
Hello, A, and greetings to those who have come to bear witness.
Makoto.
I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon that failed in her duties and left you all to pick up the pieces.
How?
I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that the moment you unlocked its full power, I too would be released. A convoluted way to reach you, but you held such deeply entrenched views at the time, you wouldn't have listened to a word I said. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was find some way to wait until you came to me.
You never mentioned this to me.
Everything happened so suddenly. I'm sorry. I've always felt terrible for entrusting Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have imparted these ideas to you a little at a time, to dissuade you from your pursuit of stillness.
Did you know what was about to happen in Conria?
I had some sense of it. That place, no Archon could afford to ignore. In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated, or what Inazuma has gone through in the meantime. But I know this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you, and I'm sure you must have wanted to shed tears many times along the way.
Don't look down on me.
See, you admit it. With this in mind, I left a parting gift for you. Something to soothe Inazuma's pain. Here, take it, before my last shred of consciousness fades away. But it is you who must take the most important step.
The light turned into a seed.
The magic sakura tree that presides over the people in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. Where to plant it, where it shall bloom, she who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life,
Is it really?
Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the special sakura blooms from the darkness. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I can never repay you in full, this special sakura should buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye,
Goodbye, Makoto.